Hi, this is Adam from AM Music, and in this video I'm going to share with you some tips for adding drum fills to your productions. Why add drum fills to your productions? Well, this will take your productions up a notch. It's one thing that I notice in amateur productions that is missing, and it will really improve your tracks. Let me give you some background. If you're a drummer in a band, it gets really boring just playing the backbeat over and over again. So it's really nice for the drummer and for everyone involved if occasionally there's some drum fills. Drum fills also help build excitement, build expectation, and it lets the listener know that something else is going to happen. They also help build energy, which is so important. Music is all about tension and release, and drum fills help build that sense of tension. So when do you use drum fills? If you want to simplify it, in my mind, there's two times when you're going to try and use drum fills. One is for transitions. So when you go into a new section, for instance, going from a verse to a chorus, or from a chorus to the second verse, whatever it might be. But if there's a section going to another section, this is when you might want to consider using drum fills. The other drum fill that you might want to use is sort of a mini fill. And I quite like to put these around 8 bars through a section. So if you've got a really long verse, then to break it up a little bit, just to keep it interesting, just have a tiny little fill at the end of this 8 bars, halfway through whatever section it is. And this once again just adds that little bit of variation that keeps it interesting. So in this video, we're going to take a look at 5 different levels of drum fills, going from basic to advanced. Level 1, just use one drum. So to add a simple fill, just use one drum. The snare is the usual choice for this. It can be simply as a 1-2 or left-right on the sticking, playing quavers. So quavers are 8th notes, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. 8 quavers to a bar. Semiquavers would be 16th notes, 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a. And you've got crotchets, which are 1, 2, 3, 4, or your quarter note beats. So for one drum, just 1-2 or 1-2-3-4 is usually enough to be sufficient. This one might work quite well as the mini fill that happens halfway through a verse, let's say. Level 2. Here you may go from snare drum to the high tom, let's say. So a standard drum kit is 5-piece. It has the kick drum, snare, high, mid, floor. So here you might just go from the snare drum to the high tom. And once again, you could just go 1-2-3-4, 1-2-3-4, duh, 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 duh. Is another example, so either using quavers or semi-quavers. Level 3, getting a bit more advanced, and now you might go around the kit like this. Heard that a lot in rock music, and it probably is more suited to that than say dance music. In dance music, the longer fills, the bigger fills might be the kind of snare build up, that kind of thing before a drop. So going around the kit here uses the full bar. A lot of the fills so far that we've used have been half a bar or just appear on that final quarter note of the bar, because one quarter note is 4 semiquavers. So 1, 2, 3, 4 would have just taken place on the 4th beat of the bar. So yes, the best way to go around the kit is to use semiquavers, 4 on each drum, and go 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a. And that's how you count it, 1 E and a. Level 4. This one is using triplets. So far, all the fills we've done so far have been straight, but now let's do it with a count of 3 rather than a count of 4. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 would be triplets. And you can mix these in with quarter notes as well. You can go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. It might sound a little bit odd and a bit jarring, but you can give it a go. It's something a bit different. But throwing in the occasional triplet fill will keep the track interesting. Okay, level 5. So when you're drumming in a band, you also use your pedals whilst playing fills. Not always, but quite often. And there's kind of 2 approaches to this. You can kind of do them as accompaniments. So for instance, if you're going around the world, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. You might, for instance, put a kick drum on every one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And that just gives it a bit more beef. It punctuates the quarter note. And you can also do the same with the hi-hat foot. So you can also pedal this and hit this on the quarter notes as well. And you get a nice kind of splashy sound, like so. Or you can use the kick drum, for instance, as part of the fill. So what you could do is replace one of the drum hits with a kick drum. So you could go left, right on the snare, kick drum. High tom, left, right, kick. Mid tom, left, right, kick. Floor tom, left, right, kick. Then you've got a triplet. You've got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And you could replace any drum with the kick drum. Okay, and the bonus level, level 6, that is mixing it all together. So really there are no rules and you can do whatever the hell you want. So the more interesting fills, at least to my mind as an ex-drummer, are the ones that are a little bit different, a little bit crazy. You might hit the floor, might do something like that. You might just go around the kit in a random order. Quite often the snare is the bass, so you might do a little bit on the snare. You might then go over to another drum and mixing between the different note values. So having some that are crotchets, some that are quavers, some that are semi-quavers. That works really well as well. So if you can mix this all together, that will take you to the advanced level of drum fills. So adding drum fills really takes your productions up a notch. It really makes them a lot more interesting to listen to. It might just be because I'm a drummer that I notice when it's just a groove for the whole 3-minute track, but it gets boring to my ears. It helps you build up a different dynamic profile, like it gets a bit more interesting. Your song's just not the same groove all the way through, which can get a little dull. So I invite you to try some drum fills today. I hope this helps and I'll see you on the next video. Take care.